Hey Alexis Love Beauties and Flawless Men, let's speak about sea moss. I know we all hear about sea moss as if it's some type of trend or as if it's just something that we should be taking. What I learned about sea moss was that this seaweed is like an algae and it is created in the water. So it's created due to the movement of the water. And then also with that movement of the water, this is how we get alkaline water. The way we get alkaline water is by when the water passes over rocks, the rocks have minerals and vitamins inside of it. So this is why I honestly believe God told Moses, hey, strike the rock with the rod and then you'll be able to get water. And that way you can feed the people, with the water. So also, and we'll speak about that story later on as well, but this is exactly why I believe that rocks have minerals. And then also in our day, we do see that we have seaweed and we can get our minerals from rocks as well when we get alkaline water. So it is said to be that the seaweed passes over, and it is so powerful because it passes over those rocks and it is in that water for so long. Being in the water longer, it causes to not be brown, but you can also get fermented sea moss. So you can get like a purple sea moss, or it comes in different colors. Your original sea moss would be like your golden sea moss, and it would be your Irish wildcrafted sea moss. So that is what I thought this was. Now I want to explain to you fake versus real sea moss, which is something that I just learned. I got this sea moss a while back from a company that is no longer in business. I got this sea moss from someone that lives in my city. And with this sea moss, I didn't know the difference, but going in with the research that, with Dr. Sebi, now we all know Dr. Sebi was one of the first men to even speak about sea moss. And so we all just go off of what it is that he knows about it because he's the one that used it the most and he's the ones that healed people from it. Now, we hear people saying that they've been healed from it and things like that, and we absolutely love that. But let's be real, if it wasn't for Dr. Sebi, then we wouldn't probably even know about this seaweed. Dr. Sebi says a genuine sea moss seaweed would not look like this. He said a genuine sea moss seaweed would be small and it would not double in size when it goes in the water. When our sea moss is caught out of the water, it is put in the sun to dry. Let me show you some dry sea moss. This is what your sea moss looks like when it comes out of the water and it's dried in the sun. This is another reason why sea moss is so powerful, because it is dried in the sun. And we also know that the sun produces vitamin D and other nutritional benefits that we need for our skin and natural health in general. So sea moss does have a lot of power. It's getting minerals from the rock. It's getting benefits from the sun. It's getting benefits from the sand. This sea moss is not salted, right? Dr. Sebi says that sea moss would not have like a table salt on it. This is how you know it is real. If you go pull up the video when he spoke about sea moss, he will pull some little strings up. He said it will always look like a string, right? And there's not any salt on here. I wish I would have saved the other piece of sea moss from the fake kind that I had. With the fake kind, you will see crystals. You will see, it'll just look like sugar or salt is literally sprinkled on there. That is fake. This is what your real sea moss should look like. You see the white on here, that is the fiber, but there shouldn't be any salt on there. Now there may be a little bit of salt, but it would not be different in texture or color or anything like that. So this is what a real dried Irish wildcrafted sea moss should look like. You do have to rehydrate this before you use it. So that is when you go in with your spring water. Dr. Sebi recommends spring water. You go in with your spring water, and I see some people put like the lemons or the limes in there, and they'll go in and let those ferment, sit overnight, and then they'll go in and clean it. As you can see, I've been doing some cleaning here. I have my strainer. You have to clean it because it's dirty and it came out of the water, but it still should not double in size. So this has been cleaned twice. And as you can see, it's a little dirt. Even sitting for over 8 hours, it did not double in size. This sea moss has set, and you can also see by the texture. Now it still breaks, right? This sea moss has set for the same amount of time and it tripled in size. Dr. Sebi said it will not triple in size. That is the difference between the real and the fake. This tripled in size. He said you won't put a little string in there and you'll get 30 ounces. It's really slimy as well. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's really, really slimy. And all it's been sitting in is water. This is the fake sea moss that I bought locally. This is what Dr. Sebi says your real sea moss should look like. So, and this is what your sea moss should look like to know it's real before you even use it. I seen someone's video on YouTube, and she was saying how sea moss made her sick because she was taking like 7 to 10 teaspoons a day. We do have to follow the recommended guidelines when taking natural products. You cannot, because it will throw your body off. You're trying to add something into your body that hasn't been there for decades, and you're trying to do that like 3 times faster. Your body is not going to be able to keep up with that, because your body is trying to get in and kill all those viruses and bacteria and disease, but you cannot just throw this in your body like that. Dr. Sebi says 1 to 2 tablespoons a day, and that is it. For someone just starting, I would recommend just to do 1, and then over the consistency, then boost it up to 2, but just do 1. The way you're going to go about cleaning this, and we'll come back in another video because I want to show you the process of this. This is not my first time doing this, but this is my first time realizing that I have been taking the fake. When you take the fake, it's fake. So it will cause you more harm than good. It will be kind of hard to tell if someone is selling real versus fake until you get it in your home. But even still, then when you get it in your home, this fake, it doesn't look like this. It comes just like this, and it's dry. It's a little bit drier, but it's still big. I mean, the more and more I look at it and I just think about it, it does look fake. Like, it looks like a lot, right? This is what a real sea moss should look like. We'll be back in another video. I'm going to show you how I'll prepare a smoothie. I never prepared a smoothie with it. I usually just make like the gel, but I'm going to go ahead and make a smoothie with it. As you can see, it has things from the water, just like this will come. It'll come real. It'll have like, you know, different things from the water, dirt, but it should not double in size. And we just go off the wisdom from the man that used it the most, seen it the most, and the man that we first heard about it. So if I get some sea moss, it needs to look like this. If it doesn't look like this, I'm sending it back. Like I said, the only way to know that is to do it. Another thing that I realized as well, I was watching someone else's video and they made a good point about us just buying sea moss capsules and all of those things. If you buy a capsule of something that is natural, there will be no way to tell if it is what it is, because they can put this in the capsule and as you can see, it still kind of looks like that. Be careful with the capsules. If you prefer to have a very potent mineral like this, then I would say get it potent as it is, and then you do it yourself so you're not causing much harm. I did also learn that when medicine comes in capsules, capsules are GMO. So the capsules that we get our pills in, it could be made from different parts of the animal. Capsules are made out of a lot of different things. So this is why I prefer not to take any medicine. I took like some vitamin C and vitamin D last year. Also learning that some of those are not even real. It's not even real vitamin C and vitamin D. So we have to be careful and do our extended research always. But if you're looking to get a more potent diet and actually get the benefits from the things that you're taking, always go natural. Instead of getting like a vitamin D herb or a vitamin D pill, go ahead and go out in the sun. Go ahead and eat foods that contain vitamin D. Instead of doing, you know, the things that we do not know what is going on, go ahead and see if you can get it natural. Now, that'll be the only way we'll be able to tell. Now, I'm not trying to knock everybody, right? Because there is people that is actually doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they're selling what they're supposed to be selling. But we do want to make sure we do our research so we can know what these things actually look like, so we can know what these things actually feel like, so we can know what these things actually, how we're supposed to, you know, see a healing, see a difference. I've seen people reviews and they still get a healing from the fake sea moss. But later on down the line, constantly doing it and doing it and doing it, it will throw something off. And I've seen people say it threw off their thyroids first. So we really, really have to be careful when it comes to natural. Just because it's natural, that does not mean I'm about to take all of this and I'm going to be healed tomorrow. That's not how it works. Everything works by consistency. Alexis Love Beauties and Flawless Man. Another thing I'm not going to do is just come on a video and be like, oh, you know, it has 100 or 92 minerals. I'm going to leave in the description section some of those minerals that I found with just a small little piece of information on what they do to our body. That way we can know, oh, okay, I want to take this because it's good for my heart, my legs, my joint pain. It'll kill STDs. It'll stop me from getting viruses and all of those things. I'll live a longer life. Oh, it does improve the skin. It makes your hair grow and makes your nails grow. You can use it on your face. You can go ahead and blend this up and use it as a face mask, and then it will also tighten your skin, reduce wrinkles and fine lines, and it'll bring the tone back into your skin and all of those things. A lot of the time when we just buy stuff, people ain't really trying to sell that. They just like, buy this because it got 92 minerals and vitamins. Alexis Love Beauties and Flawless Men. On this channel, you know, we go further. We go into the research. We want to know the what, why, who, where. Did God say it? Is it really going to work? Okay, let me see. So that's exactly what I'm going to do because I love you. So we're going to go ahead and read that description section so we can see, baby, even if I don't get the whole 92, I'm going to provide you with like 15 or 30. So you can be like, oh, okay, like that make a little sense. Instead of us just like, oh, I'm about to get some sea moss and then take like 10 tablespoons and don't know what it's doing, when it can really mess you up. Okay. Alexis Love Beauties and Flawless Man. This is what your real sea moss should look like. It should not have any salt. This salt will not be different. It'll just look like, it'll be thick like Dead Sea salt. It'll look like Epsom salt on here. It should look like this. The white on here is fine. Grass or dirt in there would be fine, but it should not look any different than this. Up close in person, baby. And then when it's rehydrated, it'll look like this. Also, you want to make sure that you're drinking a lot of water as well, because it coming dry, when it gets into your body, it's going to absorb the water that is in your body. So you want to make sure that this being in your body, you want to keep it like this so it can continue to pull those nutrients. When you eat this or you drink this, it's going to go in your body. And in order for this to fight the disease, it still does have to be hydrated. And that's the fake. It still does have to be hydrated. So in order to keep this hydrated in your body, you have to keep up your water intake. I would say to keep it up with the spring water. And also, water does not have electrolytes. So go ahead and mix this in with some fruit and eat. You'll have to eat a little better doing this. You'll have to drink a little better while you're doing this, just to keep the hydration up and to also allow this medicine to work how it is supposed to work. This is fake. And the purple was so salty. Look, I'm looking in the trash can to see if I still have some. Now, I don't have no more. I threw it away. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find a piece of the fake, because I want to show you what it looked like. Hold on real quick before we go. As you can see, I tried it. It ain't gonna work because I did throw some flour in there. But the fake looks just like the real, but it's gonna come big already. It's gonna be big. And you're going to see crystals from right here. You'll be able to see the crystals on that fake sea moss. It should look like this. It should be dried. It should be shriveled up. It should not have any salt. And then it should also still remain in its same form when rehydrated. Alexis Love Beauties and Flawless Men, do your extended research and test every spirit by the spirit. Alexis loves you. Mwah.